Do you know Robert Kiyosaki? Some of you do. He has loads of books, and every single one of them is a bestseller. There's one book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I recommend it to anyone who has a business, or simply wants to start one. Rich Dad, Poor Dad was written many years ago, and after that he wrote other books, like The Cashflow Quadrant and several more. And all of Robert Kiyosaki's books are bestsellers. Every single one is a bestseller. There must be something about this man for all his books to be bestsellers. His Hawaiian, a rather special Hawaiian. One day, one of the newspapers in Hawaii, since he was such a well-known person worldwide and all his books were bestsellers, well, this newspaper wanted to do an interview, and so they sent a journalist, a woman with a degree in journalism who worked at the paper, to visit Robert Kiyosaki. She spent at least 2 hours with him there, asking him loads of questions about all sorts of things, both personal and professional. Once the interview was over, and there was already a certain rapport between Robert Kiyosaki and this young woman, in the end she dared to ask Robert Kiyosaki for some advice. She said to him, "Listen, Robert, I want you to know that I have a degree in journalism, I work at the newspaper, but as a hobby, well, I also write, I'm a writer as well. And of course, I would love for my books to become bestsellers like yours. And of course, since I have you right here in front of me and you're such an incredible bestseller, well, I really wanted to ask if you could give me some advice on how to make my books become bestsellers like yours." And then Robert Kiyosaki, without missing a beat, said to her, "The first thing you need to do is sign up for a sales course." She said, right, she got nervous. A sales course? No. Wait, I don't want to be a salesperson. I have a journalism degree. I don't want to sell. I want my books to be bestsellers, but I don't want to sell them myself. And then Robert Kiyosaki says to her, "Look, I want to remind you that you're here because my books are bestsellers, the top sellers. They're not best writer books. They're not the best written. I don't write books that are well written. I write books to be sold. And when a book is written to be sold, it has a cover, a back cover, beginnings, titles, chapters, and chapter endings all specifically designed to sell, because they use sales language, and you can only learn that in a sales course. Oh no, not at all. I have a degree in journalism, and I don't want to be a salesperson or for people to see me as one. I know this doesn't happen to you lot. You see yourselves as professionals in the field, selling without any problem at all. I know that's not the case here, but out there's someone who, thinks a bit like that. She wants to be a professional, I want to be a professional, but I don't want the client to see me as a salesperson. No, I want her to see me as a professional. I know that's not the case here, but out there's someone who wants to be seen as a professional. Let me tell you something. For me, if you consider yourself a professional, you have to sell. But it's not that you have to sell just to be a professional, not at all. I would love it if, when a client comes to one of your salons and has a treatment once a month or once a week, that would be enough for her forever and ever. But that's not how it works. She needs to be consistent at home. And being consistent at home means using the product. What product is that? The one from the perfume shop across the street. Well, in that case, you're the one losing out. So, if you're truly a professional, you need to know how to give a treatment in your salon that works, but you also need to know how to provide her with the right product for home use, so that product keeps working on her skin until her next visit. That to me is a professional. And interestingly, the skin will see different results, and so will the salon's till. Both things. You achieve profitability, but you also achieve effectiveness with the product. That is a professional. If it turns out that the professional gives excellent service in the treatment room but doesn't offer a product for home use, to me, that's not professional, because many times the client ends up using another product, perhaps one that doesn't suit her, or she doesn't know how to choose it because she goes to a perfumery, sees all sorts of products on the shelves and picks anything, or she's given advice that isn't right for her. Then she doesn't get results and might blame you, the treatment she had with you in the salon, rather than the aftercare she did at home. So, that's not professionalism.